I'm going to hell!
Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and welcome back to another podcast edition of Blind Guardian. Over the next 3 episodes of Blind Guardian, I'm going to be doing another podcast-style commentary where the episodes will be cut from some, I don't know. Basically, it's a podcast, gameplays in the background. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy my commentary over the next 3 episodes. The entire podcast, of course, will be made available at a later date, and as of this recording, the last podcast, which was over an hour and a half long, has yet to go up. It'll go up eventually. Just bear with me. Anyways, in this episode, or in this podcast, yeah, we'll go with that. I am going to be discussing a couple different things. I have a correction I need to make to something I said in the previous episode. I have to vent about something. Again, I have to bitch about something inside the game. Pretty sure most of you already know what it is. I also want to do some speculation as to what Bungie might have in store for us this year's Bungie Day, which is literally, as of this recording, 2 days away. So that'll be interesting. Give my thoughts and opinions on that, what I'm hoping to see, what I'm expecting, in all honesty, though. And then, of course, I know I talked about this previously, but I want to touch on the Year 1 exotics that have yet to come forward. I have an idea for how I'd like to see them come forward. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I figured I'd share it again just because. So, first things first, let's do a correction. And before I give you guys the correction, I must first address what happened in our last episode, and I'm referring to episode 22, in which, after 2.5 hours of sleep, I thought it'd be a good idea to do the commentary for the episode.
Let's keep moving.
And I was so fucking out of it, I don't know what I said. I remember mentioning the moments of triumph, which I will get to in just a moment, but overall, I don't know what I talked about. I literally don't, and it was, I know for a fact, a very bad episode, because anytime I don't remember what I talked about, there you go. So, yeah, I want to apologize for that, but I also need to make a correction, because I was going off of the leaked information, and apparently the leaked moments of triumph, the supposed rewards, everything that was in that leak isn't entirely accurate. That's the actual phrase that was used. And what that could mean is that either A, the actual moments of triumph are not finalized, and some things, you know, as a guy coming from a professional wrestling background or a sports background, you hear this phrase a lot in professional wrestling and in boxing and in MMA, but for me, you know, the former pro wrestler here, but the phrase commonly used was cards subject to change, and that's exactly what's kind of happening here, because basically what Bungie is saying is cards subject to change. Nothing is finalized until it's officially announced, and even then, it might get tweaked somehow. So, yeah. Basically, we don't know what the final moments of triumph are or what the actual rewards will be. The leak that was put out there is actually something that was created by the individual, and it's not the actual thing that's going to be in the game come this Thursday. So take everything you may have heard and what I said and what you may have read with a grain of salt. Wait until Bungie gives you their official moments of triumph, because that'll be what you're going to want to do. So, that being said, while I am going to put a little bit of stock in the leak, I'm also going to hold my breath and wait for Bungie to say, okay, here it really is. And I'm really hoping we don't have to wait for the release of Rise of Iron to get these rewards like we did in Year 1, because, god damn it, it felt so anticlimactic to complete the moments of triumph and then wait. Yeah. That wasn't fun. So hopefully that's something they correct this year. We'll see what happens, you know. But so as of this recording, the last Iron Banner for the month of June has finally concluded, and we are closing in, of course, on Bungie Day. And you know, 2 things. Thing number 1, I hate Clash. I really do. After playing it for a week straight, I can honestly say, fuck you, Bungie. Clash sucks. Oh my god, I have never dealt with such hard campers. Even in Call of Duty, I didn't deal with such hard campers. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I had one guy literally using his, he was a hunter, and he's using his smoke grenade, and every single time someone on his radar popped up, he would throw his smoke grenade down in the area of the enemy, and then just, you know, beat him down with a fucking doctor of passing, or, yeah, whatever the hell it's called. Such bullshit, and it,
Let's try that trick.
I wanted to strangle someone, seriously. But, to be fair, while I've come to hate Clash because of the way people played, I also have come to hate the connections. I mean, I've already hated the connections for some time, but after what happened this past week and what's been going on inside of Destiny since the April update, and for those of you that don't know, there have been a lot of connection issues inside of Destiny recently, and almost all of them are kind of confined to the current generation consoles. This, of course, led me to speculate that there is definitely something going on the back end of Destiny over at Bungie as they are preparing for the split from current gen and, as they call them, legacy consoles. We all know them as last gen. But, yeah, there's something definitely going on that's affecting connections. But here's the thing. With all these connection issues, all right, Bungie could have done one very simple thing going into this Iron Banner that would have made everything a whole lot better and a whole lot more tolerable. They could have simply turned off the goddamn skill-based matchmaking. It was bad enough that I had to get paired up several times over against full teams of 6 or at least 4 on multiple occasions. And many of them would run in packs, which, you know, hey, it's a good strategy, it works. And if you can get, you know, other teammates when you're playing solo to do the same thing as you, you can be pretty successful. But when the connections are preventing you from doing damage for a whole 30 seconds, and I have an experience, I wish I videotaped it, oh my god, I wish I did. I'm shooting a guy. My teammates are shooting other guys. I'm shooting this one particular dude. He's not taking damage. In fact, he's able to shotgun one guy, melee the other, and then use his super on me before any of the damage I inflicted on him even registered. A whole 30 seconds from the initial shot fired. And then he dies, and I'm like, what just fucking happened? I was legitimately so mad that, because it didn't just, you know, happen. It happened when we were so close. I mean, this dude literally won the goddamn game for his team because of his fucking connection. But if my shots had registered, my team would have won. Yes, I was fucking pissed. Yeah. So, skill-based matchmaking definitely plays a major part inside of Destiny. We all know this. They haven't shied away from admitting this on numerous occasions. The problem, unfortunately, is that skill-based matchmaking in a game that already has really bad matchmaking, yeah, the connections are so bad. And on top of this, here's something a lot of you might not know. Anytime you are in an encounter with any other players, if any of said players have a bad connection, it's going to affect your connection. Case in point, if you're doing the raid, and let's say you're doing Golgoroth, and someone's connection decides to red bar, you might experience what is most possibly the most horrifying experience I've had in Destiny, in which Golgoroth just starts shitting orbs everywhere, and people suddenly start dying like magic. The orbs are not moving, but people are suddenly just boop, boop, boop. It legitimately was terrifying, because like, what the fuck is going on? What's killing us? And yet, hysterical at the same time. By the way, I'm showing you guys the ammo indicator just below the reticle here. I never noticed that. Seriously, I didn't even know that existed. I don't know if that was something added or if that's been there all along, but there it is. Anyways, the connection issues inside of Destiny need to be addressed before they do any more balancing or tweaking with the game, because in all honesty, the connections need to be paramount. How can you adjust a game and balance a game or tweak things if those tweaks aren't going to be registering? It's something that has needed to be addressed for a while. Bungie has done everything they can to avoid addressing it because I don't think they want to remove the skill-based matchmaking. And hey, I accept that, but at the end of the day, it needs to go away. You need to bring in ranked skill playlists for the Crucible. Now that could be a thing that's coming with the Rise of Iron. Who knows? In any event, with that all said and done, I want to move on to what I'm expecting. Well, actually, I want to speculate on what I'm hoping to see from this year's Bungie Day. And then, of course, we'll move on to some speculation. But I got to be honest with you guys. And I'm going to be blunt right now. I'm hoping for the best, expecting the worst. Because if year one's Bungie Day is any indication, this year's gonna be fucking lame. That being said, for those of you that are a year 2 player and did not get the opportunity to participate in last year's Bungie Day last year was when we had our Moments of Triumph reveal, which, you know, hey, cool, we found out this is the thing you can do, and you'll get this unique item that's exclusive to those who complete these Moments of Triumph, which is a cool thing, except you had to wait.